Okay, we'll try this. I'm at Rusty's. What's it say on the sign exactly? Rusty's Kitchen and Cafe. But it also says Rusty's Resort. Ooh, that might be my coffee. Ooh, chop. Cup kun cop. There. So, I had, as often is the case, I'm kind of inspired for this video, the subject matter, from a comment. And there's, some expats really are in the camp and of the mindset. I'm going to move my microphone. Some expats are really of the mindset that there's no opportunity for a mutual, really heartfelt, sincere relationship with the Thai lady. And I'll absolutely disagree with that. There are opportunities. There's reasonable opportunities. I think in Thailand, it's almost like a magnification of the concept. You're going to get what you attract. You can call that however you're comfortable phrasing that, if that's like a karma thing or a God or providence or luck or whatever. But the Thais will really react to you very strongly based on how you're reacting with them, how you're acting with them, and obviously the places you choose to visit and the people you choose to associate with. Those factors, I think. That's that way in the States and anywhere, but I think here it really is like a magnified version of that. And what opportunities are there? I mean, this kind of also came about with talking about Thai women with children already and divorced and all that. And I mean, I guess to start with, there's the first thing that leaps to mind. I don't know why, but there's the pension chasers. You've got Thai women, and they can be very young and pretty in their 20s and like the typical bar girl kind of pretty, skinny, and all that, and made up, and often a little plastic surgery. And the Thai women, their faces take to plastic surgery, in my opinion, from the little that I've seen, far better than Western women. I don't know what it is, if their skin is that much better, or the cheekbone structure, or the combination, the doctors here are just that much more talented, because there's a lot of it here. I'm thinking there's got to be many times over the amount of plastic surgery here in Thailand than there is in the United States. It's super common. But anyways, you get these really pretty women in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and they really just want guys, foreign men that are much, much older. And again, they're evil and they're awful and they're black-hearted. Some, sure, believe me, there's some that are really interesting. But also, though, the Thai women, there is, and a lot of other guys have said the same thing, and I just have been observing, there's like an underlying pragmatism to their thinking and their actions. And some of these women have decided that, keep in mind, Thai culture is pretty hard on the women. They've got to take care of the parents. If they don't have any kids, they're probably expected to help with some relatives' kids, at least some of the time. And they're going to probably, if not struggle to earn as much as a man here in a male-dominated culture. I have no information that that's true, but I'm highly suspicious that it might be true. And they're going to have to put up with a lot of sexual harassment in the workplace, like a lot. And that I've seen firsthand, that I'm flabbergasted at how much. Hard to believe. I mean, really, in the States, you could not get away with this. As a man, you'd be in jail. Hang on, I got to get my coffee. Oh, that's good. Yeah, coffee is so smooth and sweet, I don't put any sweetener in it. And normally I won't drink coffee quite like that, but that's really good. So they'd have to. So if they want to work on their own and do all that, there's a lot of pressures they got to subject themselves to, and all. Yeah, so you can understand, right? So if they get an older man, he's going to be less physical. He's going to be easier to manage. He's going to nap more often. And I know that Fawn appreciates this about me. to a point. I'm not saying she's a pension chaser because I don't think that she is. I'm not saying that at all. But I am easier to manage. There's all shades of gray. And, a guy in his 70s is here, and I'm here, and a man in his 30s is here. And if she gets any man, foreign or domestic, but no, any man younger, he's going to have a lot of physical energy, and any any lady's going to have to watch that guy like a hawk because you're just a kid in a candy store here. There's this enormous opportunity for infidelity here. There's a good. I'm a bit of a Jake Gyllenhaal fan on his acting in his films. I don't know about his personal life, but he did a cop movie, End of Watch. Very good movie and a little scary, by the way. Oh, sorry, I hit the camera there. And there's a line in there where one of the wives says, "Yeah, women are throwing it at him all the time." As a police officer, women are, offering their physical affection off very frequently, and that's what you get here. They're going to be throwing it at you, so to speak, every day, and she'll have enormous opportunity for infidelity. And a woman with a pension chaser, they've looked at this kind of pragmatically and said, "Hey, this guy's just going to be easier to manage." Whether or not how attracted they are to some guy or not or whatever, they'd rather just have an easier life, opt out of all this. Maybe if she takes care of the guy really well, maybe he'll put her in the will. They're aware, they know some of the rules about Western pensions. They can maybe inherit his pension for life and all that. Now, some of them will be black-hearted. They'll have a Thai husband through the whole time. That they'll probably introduce to their expat husband as their cousin, and he wants to come over for dinner every night and hang around, and you can figure out the rest on your own. And in my opinion, I don't think that's very uncommon either. But you can get a good lady that just is a pension chaser. You can get a very black-hearted lady that's a pension chaser, and people are people, and everyone's going to be a little different. But that's one kind of relationship a guy can have, and a lot of guys go for that. You're taking a huge risk because you're older, you're less physically able to defend yourself. You're going to be mentally slower. I mean, I'm slowing down. I turned 59. Oh, damn, in a couple of days, I'm slowing down. My short-term memory has drastically improved since I started learning Thai and since I've come to Thailand because my brain is busy daily figuring stuff out. But even with Fawn's help, and Fawn is fantastic help. But anyways, so those guys in that situation, they're mentally slowed down, they're physically frail to some degree. And now they're looking at, you're looking at some point you're going to end up in a hospital bed, or, unless you're one of those lucky guys that just, dies in his sleep after a good round of playing, rugby the day before. I don't know, you were physical and everything great right up to the end, that's awesome. But most of us, unfortunately, go out with a whimper, and it's pretty sad and pathetic decline. And if you're in that case and your wife's a pension chaser, hopefully she's one of the good ones. But how you're going to know that, man, good luck. I don't have an answer on that. Pension chasers are a really different animal. I don't know much about them. You'd have to look at all the normal rules of dating and how quickly she introduced you to the parents and all this and that. But everyone's going to raise a freaking eyebrow. A guy 75 with a lady 25 or 35 or, hell, even 45. That's a 30-year age gap. It's a big age gap. 30 years is really pushing it. Have I seen guys with 30-year age gaps in their marriages that are in a good relationship? Yeah, I have. I've seen some really jidey ladies that just want an older man. I'm 1,000% convinced those guys are in enviable positions and with a very nice lady. Is that common? I don't think so. In the case of the one guy I know rather well, he's an extremely sharp guy. And his wife is just a very kind-hearted person. He's lucky. He's also really smart and cautious, so that increases your luck. Anyway, so that's your pension chaser. And then, kind of on the Other end of the spectrum is the guys, and you see a lot of experienced expats go for, typically your average expat's 65, something like that, and whatever, 67 something, and they'll get a woman that's like 52, 55, and those women are, I think, what I'm projecting on them is they're very grateful to have an opportunity at a good relationship that provides for them, because at that point, a lot of them have kind of been, I think, pushed to the side by the Thai culture. That's not a highly desirable woman for dating. At that point, they almost all of them have kids. In my opinion, I think they're really looking at a high probability of spending um, the remainder of their probably rather long life alone, and then they find a guy that'll take on an older, maybe less bar girlish bikini figure lady, and some of them are smoking hot. I've seen women, Thai women 60, very attractive. So I mean, some of them really take care of themselves. But the average woman, let's be honest, she's 30 pounds overweight, and you know all that. So they're just not that kind of Thai beauty you think of. But the guys that take them on are usually a little bit more Jai kind of guys. Jai is good-hearted, and they're going to be very thankful of that. And I've seen women just provide an unbelievable level of care to those guys. I'm thinking, man, that guy's smart. He's not getting nothing out of that relationship. He's being really well taken care of, and your odds of maybe getting really good care when you're older probably go up. I see a lot of that. I see a lot of that. Probably the most common thing I see is again, your average expat, 65, overweight, dressing like a Westerner, which is not good. I've got a sleeveless shirt on. It's a very nice shirt. It's a Buriram shirt. It's a very expensive shirt, and I've got very nice jeans and shoes on, shaved, and my hair is combed and whatnot. But still, this is a sleeveless shirt, quote unquote. But hey, I got the guns, and I'm just here having coffee by myself. If I was going with Fawn and her friends, I typically wouldn't wear this shirt unless she thought it was okay. Like if I was just going with her and some expat friends or her friends, her close friends, and she thought it would be okay, then I would wear it. Normally she frowns on this. Although she did buy me this shirt, and this is like the hot, cool kind of shirt. These are very expensive. Buriram is like a really popular team of, I'm assuming this is soccer or something. I have no freaking clue. But anyway, so back to your average expat. So average expat not looking so good, 65, blah, blah, blah. Average lady I see a guy like that with is probably 45, so a 20-year age gap. Probably, 45, 40, yeah, something like that. And the average Thai lady I see an expat with is thin, got a nice figure, looking very good for being in her 40s, looking quite good. Looks far better than the guy does, on average. Your average expat looks like your average American man. They've made no adjustment to the culture whatsoever, which I don't understand. I guess I will say that. I probably am judging a little bit, but I shouldn't. I mean, that's not right. But I mean, you'd think you're in Rome, you should do as the Romans do. I guess I just don't understand that mindset. But whatever. To each his own. But we'll be in that fictitious person can agree to disagree. But and some of those guys are in really good relationships, but I see a lot of them where many people around them know, or sometimes it's just me that knows because someone inside that whole deal's told me. And let me tell you, it was the unvarnished truth. I'm 1,000% sure of that one, man. That the woman's got other guys, or she has a real Thai husband, or she's got multiple expat husbands. Oh yeah, and that's, or she's bragging she's scamming him behind his back, like obviously not to his face. I'm aware they've spoken in Thai in front of them and in front of me to a Thai person and laughed about how they're scamming him. They did it in such a way I didn't understand what they were saying. I don't catch all of it. On average, I catch between 25 and 50% of the Thai spoken in front of me. But if they really want to, they can switch to Thai Kolot. They can speak very quickly, and they can use other colloquialisms, and I got nothing. And they, 100 90% of the time can obfuscate what they're saying in front of me. Not 100%, because I've caught them a couple times. But the odds are heavily in their favor. But I was present in a room one time when a Thai wife was bragging about her foreign husband. Then they have a real marriage. And how she's just scamming him and she doesn't care about him at all. Her exact words were something like, she doesn't have to care about him anymore because she's already gotten most of his money. He's, pretty much squeezed dry. She didn't say that. That last part is my take on it. But she did say that while I was in the room to another Thai person, and that Thai person later told me in confidence exactly what they said, because that Thai person was offended at what the Thai wife said. I know the guy. I'm not saying shit. It's not my business. It's not going to end well for anybody. And I only know him so well. He's just a passing acquaintance. So what? Who am I? Am I the scammer police? No, I'm not. I'm not going to jail for anybody. I'm not getting involved in any of this. Anyway, so but that's not uncommon. That's really not uncommon. So my point is, if you're dating here and you're planning on marrying, oh my gosh, do some kind of research. Have some kind of safety precautions. Again, if you're going to pay her and give her money, make it through an ATM. Make a record of it. That helps. That helps. Just thinking about something. But anyway, so yeah, those are some of the relationship options you have here. Then there's me. I'm kind of an odd duck. Fawn is on the younger side, not the youngest. She's not bar girl young, but again, and it's all in the eye of the beholder. But to me, she's quite pretty. And if you look at some of the photographs, and like look at my intro, that one photograph, you look at that bone structure and her face is just absolutely, she's highly photogenic. She photographs really well. In the States, I think she could be a model. Here, there's just so many pretty women. I don't know how you differentiate yourself, but in the States, I think she could be a model. Absolutely, her face is so beautiful. She looks far better than I do. I'm doing the skin treatments. I'm watching my weight. I'm doing the workouts. I'm doing the rehab. I'm slowly getting a little more muscle toned and a little less fat, but it's painfully slow at my age and with my level of how much I'm allowed to move. I'm telling you guys, you have no idea how painful this is. And if I hadn't done sparring all those years and fighting all those years, I don't think I'd have the pain tolerance for this. This really is something. And I could see where people get addicted to painkillers. I really do. And I won't do it. I take a gabapentin when I have to, and that's not an opioid, but it's a rather powerful nerve pain blocker of some kind, and I don't like it. And I'll take a couple ibuprofen here and there, which I minimize just for general health of my liver, and I hear it's bad for your kidneys or your liver or something, but I don't think there's any real risk with that stuff. Although I am taking it all the time, so over time maybe it's bad, I don't know. But I take as little as I have to. I treat it like it's an opioid, even though it's not, obviously. But no, so by my working out and everything, I think maybe, hopefully, possibly, maybe by next year we'll go back to having a baby face again. Well, I guess my point is, Fawn's on the little bit younger and prettier side for what they're kind of being in that common relationship, quote unquote. But I'm also only 58 versus I'm not 65. I'm a little young I'm way younger than the average expat here, so I'm on the young side for sure of retired guys. I mean, you have to be 50 to get a retirement visa. So, and most guys are not even close to their way over that. That'd be a smart son of a gun though that retires here at 50 and just says chuck it. That'd be damn smart. I wish I would have divorced a long time ago and done that. That'd be damn good. And gonna have to make a part 2. Still got a fair bit more to go. Thanks. No, thank you for supporting my YouTube channel. Thank you very much.